Okay, today we're creating a boot, a football boot in 3 dimensions, and what we're going to do is look at cubic forms rather than using contour lines which go horizontally and vertically. We're trying to actually use blocks or tiles of cubic form. Now I'm going to beam in first of all here, just go right into the boot there at the top, as you can see, and just begin to draw some of the cubic shapes. As you can see here, at all times I'm just trying to follow the form, but by using almost thick tiles here which follow the 3-dimensional form around. So these cubes obviously would be sloping, slanting in the way that the boot would go. You see, I'm finding subtleties there, and basically from that what I can do then, I beam out, looking at the boot as itself, is to follow form around. Here I'm going onto the stud, which is made up of small cubes, rectangular maybe, and at the bottom there a square. Going around here, and what essentially I'm doing is building up lots of different tiles, almost like Lego being put together. It won't give you the subtleties that you're expecting, but what it will do is it'll teach you to respect 3-dimensional form. Now these things might look a bit blocky, a bit robotic initially, but eventually you'll become much more object to looking at form and understanding where 3-dimensional form can take place in certain objects. Again here, things like Lego blocks here, and as you can see, as we're going around the edge of the boot here, I can draw the contour lines on as we were taught before. These are the contour lines going one way, contour lines going the other way, but essentially if you're looking at the boot, they are basically blocks, and the contour lines just represent where the blocks actually go. So in a sense, if you work in the latter way, the more sophisticated way we're doing today, you're going to get your objects looking so much more 3-dimensional. There's no escape once you have to put blocks on, whereas with line, maybe. You can see here, top of the boot, it's slightly curving there, the blocks, and in there the lace, oh, that's quite blocky there, can you see, around like that. You can see already we've got the template here to build our form onto. Now the good thing about this is that you can actually now begin to beam in again, begin to look at producing 3-dimensionality by following these blocks around like so. You can see on there on the stud, if it's dark, it's shading dark. And already you can see that boot is beginning to look pretty 3-dimensional, because there's no hiding where the blocks go. You can see that one's slightly sloping. These are actually moving slightly upwards and around. And as you can see around the back of the boot there, I'll just move it over slightly. We're following the curves around. Look how 3-dimensional that's beginning to look. So that's the principle of marrying contour lines with cubes, and eventually the better you become, the more subtle everything will appear, and blocks will be taken out, and your drawings will look so much more 3-dimensional.